Well, first of all, thank you so much for joining me. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. And for those of you who are joining me later with the replay, thank you for joining and welcome to my introduction to Bazi Chinese Astrology, Unlocking Your True Essence and Wealth Code for 2024. And it is quite a year already, isn't it? So just a little bit about myself, for those of you who don't know me, but I think most of you do. So please forgive me if I'm repeating this again. So I'm a classical feng shui consultant, Bazi consultant, date selection, TCM, more traditional Chinese dietary therapy, because I taught food healing and Chinese dietary therapy for 35 years. And when I started learning about classical feng shui in the late 90s, the 5 element theory, which is so important because it is in everything that when you study Chinese metaphysics, that is one of the basic concepts that's really important to get down. That was already in my DNA, so it was easy for me to comprehend and understand when I started learning in the late 90s. I became certified in 2 schools of classical feng shui. I also have traveled to China. I've studied with many masters, including Dado Joey Yap, Raymond Lowe, Grandmaster Raymond Lowe in Hong Kong, Marlina Loss, Lillian Tu. I've studied also now. I'm also a visiting teacher at Tien Duren Academy in India with Joshua Bose and Tien Duren Academy. So I have written about Chinese metaphysics. I consult, I educate, and I welcome you all to the year of the Wood Dragon 2024. So this is my website, Red Dragon Consulting Group. I'm very proud of the accomplishments last year. I think I worked almost every single day except Thanksgiving and Christmas. So that was, I went to the beach for like an hour or two because that's one of my favorite places, but then I came back to do work because I wanted to accomplish, and again, it's remember what you focus on grows in your life. So this is my website, your source for living well through Chinese metaphysics, unlocking the ancient wisdom of feng shui, bazi, traditional Chinese medicine, and date selection. To harmonize your surroundings, tap into your potential, enhance your well-being. And these are time-tested disciplines that can transform your life. And everyone is being transformed right now, I can tell you, because of this powerful Wood Dragon year as we all begin to breathe in that green dragon's breath. So I welcome all of you, and I have a lot of things on my website where you can just read about Bazi, what Bazi is, feng shui, classical feng shui consultations. I also do date selection, traditional Chinese dietary therapy, not traditional Chinese medicine, so I'm not an acupuncturist, but I have studied with many of the top acupuncturists, including Jeffrey Ewan in New York City, and I did a year-long course on traditional Chinese dietary therapy and combined my food and healing background with that. Very profound, very profound. And we all need health. Health is our wealth. Everybody thinks, oh, wealth is, that's their money. Actually, I think even more important is your health. There's a saying, going after your wealth weakens your health. So, the cosmic trinity. What is the cosmic trinity? In Chinese metaphysics, they believe 3 things affect our life. Actually 4, but I didn't put that in because the 4th is more like the universal realm, the realm of what they call now Chimen Dunjia. But let's look at the cosmic trinity. The cosmic trinity, so heaven's luck, earth's luck, and man's luck. They believe you are affected by 3 things, or now we can add a 4th thing. So it's a third. What is heaven's luck? Heaven's luck is your Bazi chart. That's your, I call it your, oh, did I lose it? Oh, Charles, you there? You get lost? Hope you're there. Guess I got lost. You all can hear me okay, right? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Thank you.
Heaven's luck. Heaven's luck is our cosmic DNA. The moment we took our first breath. And that's the parents that we believe it or not, we didn't choose our parents. I've said that to my children. I didn't choose you, they say. So it's where you were born, it's the environment you were born into, it's the parents that you have in your life. So that's the moment you took your first breath. That's heaven's luck, and that's the Bazi. That's what we're going to study today. And I can't tell you how profound this is. And I see it every day how profound it is. In fact, well, I'll tell you my story in a minute after I finish the Cosmic Trinity. So this is supposedly this is our opportunities, this is our challenges that we chose to come into life with. This is also about timing because we have luck pillars. So how time affects us. So it's based on the year, month, day, and hour, where you're born, and then the timing that's affecting us now. So the wood dragon year is affecting us all, but it's affecting us in each in different ways. It's also the luck pillars. It's the timing that is interacting with your cosmic DNA, with your 4 pillars of destiny. So man's luck, what is man's luck? Man's luck is your, where do you live? That's your environment. So that is the feng shui. Okay, so here if we look at the, here to the next picture here. So earth luck, this is the environment, the resources around you that you are given. So your, the heavens luck, this is like your family genetics. This is generally beyond what is control, but it's also the opportunities and challenges that you came into life with. So you say you're being clashed, you have harms, you have destructions, which I'll go into just briefly what those are, because this is an introduction to Bazi. Then what we use earth luck. So earth luck is your feng shui. I can't tell you how important that is as well. So where do you live? Do you live in the mountains? Do you live in the ocean? Do you live in a hot and humid climate? Do you live in the southern part of the United States, say in Texas? Do you live in Hawaii? Do you live in Malaysia where it's hot and humid? Do you live in the city? Do you live in a high rise? It's very interesting. Do you know that beyond, I think it's like the 4th or even the 8th floor, that you may not be able to use flying stars. So you have to use other aspects of feng shui that you have that are say tools, right, of feng shui that you can use when you say you're on the 33rd floor of an apartment building in New York City. So that's very different, the type of feng shui that you use when you're in what's called a landed property. I never heard that term landed property before. Basically, it's your home. It's a home on the land, is what it means. That's a term that they often use in Asia that I never heard until recently. And then, that is, so when we have challenges, we can use, the third of our luck is using feng shui. So that also affects every aspect of our life. Where's the chi of the year? And we actually just entered period 9, and period 9 we officially entered it February 4th, 2024, and that is how we've gone from the mountain trigram to the Li trigram of fire. So now as we've entered period 9, star 9 becomes the well star. Star 9, star 1, star 2. Those are the 3 most important stars we look at in the flying stars. That's one of the aspects that we use in feng shui. And where are those stars located? This year, 9 is in the southwest sector. In fact, this year, beautiful sectors, such a beautiful sector. Use the southwest sector. Put yourself there. Face a good direction because that has the 9. Did I lose you all? Hello? What is happening? Are you there? Oh dear.
Yes.
Oh, you're still there. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, I can't see any of you. I don't know what happened to my picture, but it just disappeared. Okay. As long as you're all still there, that's fine. Okay, let me see here. And then, okay, so back to my point. When we have challenges in our Bazi, we can use feng shui. And then we have earth luck. What is earth luck? Earth luck is our free will. That's also about timing, and that's about date selection. That's doing the right thing at the right place, at the right time, with the right people. And remember, no matter what you are given, you always have free will. Okay. So the next one, right? So this is your free will and timing. Okay, so you can all still see me and hear me. I just want to make sure. I'm sorry because I can't see the chat.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, good. Thank you. So, the language of Chinese metaphysics. So, why did how do I say? I want to talk a little bit about my own experience about Bazi because I can't tell you how profound it has been in my life. I remember when I first started learning about Bazi, and there was a woman. It was the most unlikely place that she had this little studio in this office, and it said International Feng Shui Consultant. And this was I lived upstate, and it was probably about 45 minutes further upstate in New York. Okay, in more of a rural area, that this Chinese metaphysics consultant, feng shui consultant international, had an office. So I went to see her. I sat down. She said 2 things to me. And she said, "You did not come into this life with a mother." And I'm like, oh my God. So she was able to explain something to me that I had been feeling all my life. Why did she say that? Because the element that represents my mother in my chart was not there. And my mother was manic depressive since I'm 13 years old. She was also a Christian Scientist on top of that. So she didn't believe in medication. And when the doctors tried to put her on medication, which I have a whole different point of view about all that right now, but she would take herself on and off of that. And I ended up she ended up having to go in the hospital, I believe, when I was a senior in high school, and having to take care of my 3 brothers for a couple of weeks. So it was interesting because even though she was physically in my life, but metaphorically, my father was more my mother and my father to me both. So that's the first thing that she said. That I'm like, oh my God, somebody explained something to me, finally. And I've had a lot of these aha moments throughout my life using Bazi. I mean, I can tell you so many, but like that, I spent another half an hour just telling you another aha moment regarding health. So there are certain useful gods elements that are beneficial to us, and there are others that are not. And there was a year that was a lot of fire in the chi of the year. I had heart palpitations, and so I went to see the top heart doctors in New York City, and I had all the tests done, and he said, "You have the heart of a 25-year-old." He couldn't understand why I was feeling any of this. Then one of my teachers said to me, I forget the year exactly what it was. It was a fire something year, which animal it was, maybe fire dog year. When the ox comes in, your heart palpitations will go away. And I can't tell you exactly how right that was. It was amazing because fire, the element fire, is associated with the heart, and the small intestine associated with the eyes, with the shen, or the spirit of the eyes. And so the fire was not beneficial to me at that time. And sure enough, when the fire left, my palpitations went away. So another reason I tell you this story is because Baza has answered so many questions. I mean, another amazing thing. When you are changing your luck pillars, I'll explain that. It is a very profound change. Everyone goes through this. Uh, you're in a luck pillar of 10 years, and then you get a 5 years on top and 5 years on the bottom. When you're changing your luck pillar, it is it's a time of profound change. It's a time of uncertainty. It could be a time of anxiety. It could be a time of fear. It could be a time of, I don't know where I belong. I don't belong here. I don't belong there. Where do I belong? That's another example of things that have come to me, of all these different feelings. Why was I feeling this that were explained to me? So I just wanted to share a few of those things of how profound Bazi is. So the language of Chinese metaphysics is based on qi. People ask me, well, what is qi? Qi is in everywhere and everything. It's energy, it's life force. How can it be seen? It can be seen by its effects. How is your life going? So qi is life force. Yin and yang. Yin and yang is two opposite yet complementary forces that govern everything in the universe. And I'll show you that chart in a minute. So important to understand that. The five elements. Again, I could spend a whole class on the five elements and how important the five elements are. That's the wood, fire, earth, metal, and water. And there's a whole five element cycle. There's the production cycle, there's the controlling cycle, there's the reduction cycle. A lot of people don't know about the reduction cycle. We use that, by the way, in feng shui for cures, because when the inauspicious qi comes in, so where's the inauspicious qi? That's called the five yellow emperor star. That's in the west. We don't want to activate it. We don't want to produce it. We want to drain it. How do we drain it? Because five is associated with metal. Five is associated with the earth element. We drain it with metal. Heavy metal objects, minimum 20 pounds. I don't know what it is in kg, but it's minimum 20 pounds for every 1,000 square feet in your home. Okay, 10 stems, the yin and yang of five elements. So I'm going to be going over all the 10 stems, the 12 branches, the animals. The animals are elements. Everybody thinks, oh, it's just a personality. Excuse me, they are elements. The 8 trigrams, the 64 hexagrams. These are advanced studies, but this is the language of Chinese metaphysics. Why study metaphysics? Clarity, peace, better options, better decisions. That is so true. When you see what is coming, when you understand the qi of the year, of the month, of the day, down to the hour, you can make better decisions. It's very profound. Okay. Yin and yang. This is so important, and again, this is not about right or wrong, good or bad. This is not about yang being good, yin being bad, because you have to, in order to know the sun, you have to know the moon. In order to know darkness, you need to know light. So these are two opposite yet complementary forces that govern everything in the universe. So yang is bright, yang is the sun, yang is the qi, yang is the energy going upward, yang is qi rising. Okay, so it's the sunshine, it's the sun coming up every day. Yang is consciousness, yang is about manifestation. So yin, so we can either have love or we can have fear. Now, certainly there's a lot of fear going on in our world today, and it's about, what do I say, no matter what is going on in your world today, or swirling around the world, I should say. It's you being, how do I say, in it but not of it, if that makes sense. So fear. So it's how, and we all have fear. How do we use our fear? We feel the fear and we do it anyways. That is our courage. Our courage to step through our fear, step into our fear, move through our fear, and take that steps and have courage. Do it anyways. So the moon and the sun. Speaking about the moon, actually, we have a lunar eclipse coming up tomorrow. Maybe, yeah. What time? It might be even the middle of the night, actually. So that's a partial lunar eclipse that we are having with a full moon tomorrow. And then get ready for, was it April 8th? Boy, there's a lot of chatter on social media about that one, about what's coming. So especially it's going through the United States, and actually it's going through tech. What happened now? This must be the wind. It is very windy here, but we had like torrential rain for like all day long, and then and the wind was just crazy last night. Okay, can you see this again? Okay, Martha, you have a question?
You have been freezing.
I've been freezing?
Yeah, the screen.
Oh, you're kidding. Oh. Have you heard what I
just looks like you're catatonic.
What? Have you heard what I've said?
I can see now. I couldn't see or hear you.
What's that?
I can see you now. You totally cut off. I couldn't see or hear.
When was that? Oh,
10:38.
What? Oh dear. Did you hear anything I said about this chart? Did you hear anything I said about all this?
No.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh dear.
It was like 10:37, 10:38. I don't even know what time it is now. It was only for a short time.
Did you okay, did you hear me finishing about the cosmic trinity?
I didn't see this page at all.
You didn't see this at all?
No.
Oh man.
Yes, that was there.
What?
Yes, we saw the cosmic trinity. I'm not sure what's happening on your end.
Okay. And Ingrid, did you see this too when I talked about this?
That screen did not show. You froze.
Oh, you're kidding me. Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
You froze when you started to talk about the
Well,
moon.
you did finish the better decisions, options, and stuff.
I'm sorry, say that again?
You finished the clarity, better options,
Okay.
better decision.
Oh, okay, so you saw that.
Right.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see
So
here?
that one, yeah, I didn't see this one.
Okay. So
This
these.
is where you froze.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Okay. All right. So yin and yang, this is two opposite yet complementary forces that govern everything in the universe. This is not bad or good. This is not right or wrong. Yang is not good and yin is not bad, because we need both. We need. How do you know the darkness without knowing the light? How do you know the light without knowing darkness? So it is the sun, it is the moon, it is the male, it is the female, it is love, it is fear. What I was talking about was fear. I said that we all have fear, and especially with our world today and all the propaganda in our world, and that they try to rule us by fear. But it's stepping through fear. If you feel the fear, we all have fear. It's how to step through the fear and go use courage to use the fear to go beyond, to step through it. It's about going through it, because I can tell you one thing, that you feel the fear, you do it anyways, and it's a lot less than what you thought it was. It's a lot better, or it's not as bad as what you, in our minds, how we create things to be. It's a lot. It's not as bad as we create it to be, is what I meant. Consciousness and unconsciousness. So what I was saying, that there is a picture, I didn't include that, of an iceberg, and you only see the very top of the iceberg. You don't see what is all hidden underneath. And this is what is unconscious. How do we bring the unconscious into consciousness? Manifestation and memory. So when I was talking about the yin, so I was, guess you didn't hear anything I said about the lunar eclipse. So we have a lunar eclipse tomorrow with the full moon, and it is a partial lunar eclipse. They call it ambula, I believe. So it's a partial lunar eclipse. So we are going into the eclipse season. And what I was saying about get ready for April 8th. So there's a lot of chatter on social media. I don't know if you've heard of this, but about the full solar eclipse, which is going to be going across the United States. And I know it's going to be one of the places you're going to be seeing this is in Texas and Mexico, New Mexico, Texas, and coming up more to the east part of the United States. So what I said in Chinese metaphysics, they believe if you look at the solar eclipse, so especially the solar, the lunar is not, it will not affect you like the solar. If you look at the solar eclipse, they say 1 minute of looking at the solar eclipse equals 1 year of bad luck. So it is preferable you don't want to look at the solar eclipse, especially for those of you in the United States, is in the pathway. So again, these are two opposite yet complementary forces that govern everything in the universe. Did you hear my story about Bazi? My personal stories? Did you hear that?
No.
You didn't hear that either?
Yes, I did.
Oh.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So this is the 5 elements. Okay, so this is such an important chart to know. And so this is when you're learning Bazi. I will do my best as we go through each of the day masters and the 10 stems, the 12 branches, and to bring this into light as we're speaking about it. So the production cycle. What is the production cycle? So water produces wood. In order for the plants, so the wood are the plants, to grow, we need water. So water produces wood. Water is the mother, wood is the child. In order for the fire to burn, it needs wood. Wood produces fire. So as fire burns, what happens after fire burns? What's left over are the ashes. The ashes nourish the earth. Over time, the earth evolves, it changes, and what's inside the earth are the metals, the precious metals. The gold, the platinum, the palladium, the silver. So this is the metal. So earth produces metal. This is the precious metals hidden inside. Now metal produces water. So I'm like, well, how does metal produce water? Because metal can liquefy to a state like water. One of my teachers explained it like if you look at the car when it gets cold, or the condensation that happens outside in the car when it gets cold, and it freezes and then it melts. So it's what happens to metal when, actually another thing, fire can liquefy metal. That's another thing because it can melt metal, but metal can liquefy into a water-like state. So that's the production cycle. Now, the control cycle, it's called destructive. I don't like that word. I need to change it. I like more control. It's like a checks and balance. So fire melts metal. Okay. So this can be beneficial in a Bazi chart if there's too much metal. The metal is not a useful god. It's interesting because I have a friend, a client also, she has a lot of metal in her chart. Like she has a full trine of metal. Every single animal in her chart combines to make a full metal beyond a metal trine. So when the metal days come in, so we just had, so today, today is a fire pig day. Yesterday we had fire dog. The day before we had the rooster. So we had the wood rooster Friday, and then the wood monkey on Thursday. So monkey and rooster are metal. They're metal animals. They're associated with the season of metal. So those come in, and it's like she becomes extremely aggressive, confrontational. So the negative side of metal comes out. How would we help this person? We would use fire to melt that metal. Metal cuts wood. Okay. This is actually very, very important for a Jia Yang wood person, which I'm going to show you, because each day master needs different elements to become useful, to become the best that they can be. So the wood is the tree, metal is the axe. It has to chop the wood for it to become useful. The wood dams up earth, or the tree, we could say the wood goes into the earth. So if you look at the roots of the trees, they go into the earth. And then earth, what does earth do? It dams up water. And this is actually very important, that a young water day master, who, I know I'm jumping in and I don't, you'll understand this. So just, what they say, believe me now. What does Joey Yap say? Watch me now and believe me later. So anyways, you'll understand this as I go through the different day masters. So if the yang water is too much water, because that's associated with the ocean, and too much water, the earth, even though it dams up the water, it can help soak up some of that water. So then that person's not so restless. Okay? And then water puts out fire. So this is what's happening now. So we are in Li trigram, the period of fire, for the next 20 years. That's period 9. So we've officially entered that. And water in general is, how do I say, it's emotions, a lot of emotions. So we're going to have, with the water and fire, because the water and fire are fighting each other, is you're going to see a lot more mental instability in the world. Okay, and people will need help. People will need your help. Okay, because there's going to be a lot more mental issues. And then the solstice cycle, that's what I was explaining about. So remember I said 5 yellow earth, that is that's called the star. That's the most, how do I say, it is the emperor star, can create great wealth, or it's called a calamity star as well. And it is associated with the earth, and the 5 yellows in the west this year. So how do we drain it? We drain it with metal, right? So I said minimum 20 pounds of metal per 1,000 square feet. Okay, so this is the 5 elements.
Oh, and you froze again.
I froze again? I did?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh.
Your voice is trying to catch up to your image.
Oh dear. What about others? Can you others hear me?
I can hear you now.
Oh. Martha, can you hear me okay? Ingrid?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you. All right. Okay. I'm sorry about this. All right. Okay. You can see my screen, right? No problem. Yes?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh my. Okay. Why is this not up? Anyways. All right. Sorry about this. Okay. So here we are with this is the chart of the year for the wood dragon. What are the 5 key words to remember for this year before we go into the 10 Day Masters? 5 key words to remember. Mysterious. The dragon is mysterious. It is magical. It is mystical. And it is so unpredictable. So that's another thing you have to. I don't know how your lives have you seen like it'll be sudden change, like it'll be something will be going one way and then can somebody move their unmute themselves because I hear a lot of background noise. Okay, I can see the chat now. Yeah, just put it up here. So magical, mystical, and unpredictable sudden change of direction. Because by the way, this is an all yang chart. Every pillar is. Can you mute yourself, please? Thank you. So this is every pillar is yang. Also, I mean, I went into the whole chart in my annual class, my annual feng shui and Chinese astrology class. But just look at here. So this is the year, the wood dragon year. This is the day. So this is this is the 4 pillars chart of the year. Okay. So this is the day master here, and then this is the day pillar. This is the year, and so the dragon and the dog clash. All right, and then we look here, the tiger and the monkey clash. Every single pillar is clashing. Then the dragon and the tiger, they combine to bring in the rabbit, and that is a full wood trine. This is it's something in Bazi that it brings in, like when 2 combine, it brings in the 3rd animal. Now here, the monkey and the dog combine, and it's kind of like a hidden animal that shows up, and the rooster comes in, and that's metal. So what is wood to metal? In the 5 element chart I just showed you, what does metal do to wood? Metal cuts wood. Another clash. Then you're going to see here, then when we're looking at, let's look at the, do you see each of these colors mean a different element? Okay, so is there any blue? Blue is, because it's yang earth is the day master, the water element is wealth. Is there any blue in the chart? No. So the wealth element is hardly there. Okay, but it is there when the dragon here, inside the dragon is direct wealth right here, and inside the monkey is indirect wealth, and the monkey and the dragon combine, it pulls in the rat. But because this wealth is hidden, meaning people will not spend their money on luxury items. People are going to be more conservative in spending their money. And you also, if you're in a field of sales, you have to, you have to convince people. You have to really persuade people to spend their money. They are not going to be spending their money like they did because the water element, the wealth element is not present or is very little, but it's hidden. So when it's hidden, then there's other strategies. Okay, so speed. Why did I say speed? Because of the all yang. It's all yang. Okay, what is yang? Yang is it's fast. Yang is aggressive. Also, and because of also the period 9, the fire. Okay, can you still see me? Or did you lose me again?
It's still good.
Okay,
You're
good.
good.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, so Bazi. Let's go to Bazi. So what does Bazi mean? Bazi means 8 characters. It's unstable. So Bazi chart is made up of 10 stems and 12 earthly branches. So we have yang wood, we have yin wood, yang fire, yang earth, yin earth, yang metal, yang water, and yin water. So these are the 10 stems. You take the 10 stems and then yin and yang. I will be going through each of these 10 stems and the 12 earthly branches. These are the 12 earthly branches: the rat, the ox, the tiger, the rabbit, the dragon, the snake, the horse, the goat, the monkey, the rooster, the dog, and the pig. And I can't stress this enough. Most people, I would say over 90% of the world thinks they go into a Chinese restaurant, they pick up their, the Chinese, the mat, and it says, oh, born in the year of the rat. Oh, born in the year of the horse. Oh, I'm a goat. Oh, I'm a dog. Okay, and then they look at about 2 sentences of a personality, think, oh, that's what they are. That is like 1/100th of what you are. Remember, it is 4 pillars of destiny: the year, the month, the day, and the hour. And it's based on the 10 stems, the 12 earthly branches. And by the way, the animals are not, do they have personalities? Do they have energies associated with each of them? Yes. But even more importantly, they are elements. And that I'm going to try and show you and stress to you as well. So you can still see me and hear me? I'm just checking in to make sure.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so what does each pillar represent? So I hope you all have your Bazi chart. And as I go through the 10 day masters and the 12 animals, you're going to look and see where the different, and what is your day pillar, and we're going to look and see where the 12 animals are, which animals you have, as I go through each one of them. So the year, what does the year represent? This represents your outer world. So the year and the month are your outer world. This is your external world. The year represents your social media. This is your friends, your outer social circle, people you work with in the same industry. This is also your, so if you work for a company, this is the company you work for. This is your grandparents' palace. It's your heritage. It's where you came from. This is your emotions, your feelings. Okay, so this is the outer world. That's the first thing that people will see about you. The month pillar. Okay, so this is your parents' palace. So year is grandparents, month is parents. It is also your career palace. So this is your work, your career. This is logical thinking. This is your more closer circle of friends here. Okay, this is more, say, like social media. Okay, closer circle of friends, self-control, discipline. So this is the month is all about your performance, your career, your business, as well as your parents' palace. So again, the year and the month, this is the external world here. Now the day. So the day pillar, this is you. You're going to see your day masters. That's what I'm going to go through with each day master. And this is your self. This is also your intimate relationships. It's called a spouse palace. So you don't have to have a spouse. It could just be your more intimate relationships. This could be your boyfriend, girlfriend, spouse, etc. So again, the more intimate relationships. This is your core mindset. Also has to do with your health. This is your health palace. Okay, so this is your physical body. This is also your home. This represents your home office, your immediate environment, your own team, and this is your study environment. Okay, so the day and the hour, this is more internal, where the year and the month are more external. The hour, this is your inner dreams, your inner goals, your inner aspirations. This is your mind. This is what is inside of you. This is your children's palace. This is also your investment palace. So, by the way, this year, because this is a wood dragon year, what's the hit in front of the dragon? The rooster. If you have a rooster in your hour pillar, you'll do well in investments this year. Okay, so the many ways to look at Bazi. It's a very deep study. And by the way, as we go through each of the 10-day masters, the 12 animals, as I take you through this presentation, and I encourage you to continue studying Bazi because it's such a profound study. Have patience because there's a lot to it. And I can't tell you how accurate it continues to amaze me, how accurate it is. Okay, so let's look at the 10-day masters. Do you all have your Bazi chart with you? Because what we're going to be looking at right now, we're going to be looking at your day master, okay? So this is the day you're born, and it's what we call the heavenly stems. So here, in the stems, heavenly stems, this is what you show to the outer world. This is what is seen. In the branches, this is the animals, but remember, inside the animals are the elements. This is what is not seen, okay? And that, so again, we're going to go through now is your day master. Okay, so is there anybody here that is Jia Yangwood? Anybody? No? You can also hear me, right? Did I leave?
Yes, this is just for the day master.
This is just the day master that you're looking at now. Yes. Okay, so do you see your day master? Is that Yvonne?
Yes.
Yvonne, what is
yes, that's me.
What is your day master again? You don't mind telling me?
My day master is Gia, Gui, Yin Water.
Oh, Gui. So you're Yin water. Okay.
Gui.
Yes. Okay, so anybody with Jia Yangwood? Day master. Okay, I guess not. All right, so, but another thing you can do, you can print out your charts of your family, your friends, your children, your spouse, so you can know a lot about people. Believe me, I think I'm learning more as I go more and more deeply. I'm finally learning all that I didn't know about my 5 children. What I thought I knew. So, Jia Yangwood, they're independent, they are steadfast, and they are determined. So, this is when you look at a Jia Yangwood, what is their personality? So, a Jia Yangwood, they are represented by a tree. And another thing, as we go through these 10-day masters, you'll have to remember that this Bazi was developed hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of years ago. And this was in the farming community, the farming time. So how did they develop this very profound understanding is they looked at nature. So you look at nature to represent the different 10-day masters. So the Jia Yangwood is represented by a tree, by a solid tree with roots going down deep into the earth. So, what is the personality? Well, they can be aggressive and a little pushy, but they are principled, they are protective, they are responsible, they are dependable, and they are determined. So there's a saying about Jia Yangwood. Okay, so by the way, Yangwood is the English name and Jia is the Chinese name. So some people, when you say, oh, Jia Youngwood, or they don't understand, say Jia. So it's Youngwood, English name. Jia is the Chinese name. So you can just say Jia Wood. So, what would I? So there's a saying about Jia Youngwood. Excuse me. If you want a true, unvarnished opinion about something, ask the Jia Youngwood because they will give it to you straight. Okay? They may look tough on the outside, by the way, and they're going to be straight with you, they're going to be straightforward with you, but underneath this toughness of a Jia Youngwood is kindness, because kindness is associated with wood, just the element of wood in general, the wood day masters. But again, tough on the outside, kind on the inside, and they will never, how do I say, they will always offer a helping hand to those in need. Okay? Also, by the way, they are one of the most stubborn people of all the 10 day masters. It takes a lot to change a Jia Youngwood Daymaster or Youngwood Daymaster. How do you do it? How do you change the Jia Youngwood? How do you change their mind? Okay, metal chops wood. Okay, what is metal? Metal is how do I say? It's the charts. It's the what's the word I want? Let's see. What is the word I want with it? They want to see proof. So you need to show them, okay, this is the chart, this is the research I've done, this is the reason that perhaps you shouldn't see it this way. Perhaps you should choose another. Could be another way to look at this, and then so you have to show. They want a proof. They want it written down. They want to see. Okay, why should I change my mind? Okay, so that's how that's in using the 5 elements. Metal chops wood. Okay, hold on a second. Oh, that comes up. Exactly. If I can see it, I believe it. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's how it comes up. All right. Let's see something. Let's check something here. Okay. Let me see. Exit full screen if that makes any difference. Nope. Okay. All right. Back to this here. Okay. All right. So, that's the Jia Youngwood personality. Basically, they are tough, but they are kind and can be aggressive. So, what is their weaknesses? By the way, remember, everything is yin and yang, so there are weaknesses to Jia Youngwood. Because then, like I said, they can be stubborn. They're one of the most stubborn 10 of all the 10 day masters. Also, Young Metal is pretty stubborn, but I guess it's a battle between the Youngwood and the Young Metal. Sometimes they can be tactless. They can be quite conservative. So, and another thing, when you think of the tree, is the tree flexible? No, the tree is it's tall. It stands upright. It takes a lot to chop down a tree. Okay, Henry doesn't like change. So that's again a possible weaknesses of the Jia Youngwood. Yes, okay, sure. Go ahead, Yvonne.
I know this is for the day master, but I also have the Geowood in my year. The descriptive, is it apply the same even though it's a different
Okay,
location for the day?
Okay, so that's a good question. That's for what's called the 10 gods, the 10 archetypes. So if you have if you are Wait, but you're not Jia Young Wood. You're Gui Yin Water, right? That's your day master. Okay. So I look at what is Yang Wood to Yin Water. So Gui Yin Water. Yang Wood is your output. It's called herding officer. So that means you would be good at speaking. Herding officer is output. If a person has a lot of herding officer in their chart, that's very good for performers, for actresses. They also can call them the divas, but I'm not saying you're a diva, but that's just like one of the personalities associated with herding officer. But herding officer is very good for speaking, so good for social media, by the way. So again, and that's in your year. You said that's your year.
Yes.
Okay, so is that in the heavenly stem or the earthly branch? Or is that on the stem on the top or down?
In the heavenly stem.
Okay, so that would be one of the first things people would see about you. I think you're pretty good. You must be good at talking, right? You must be good at communicating with people.
Sometimes.
All right. Okay. So yeah, that has to do with more like what we call the 10 the 10 archetypes, the 10 gods. Okay. So next day master is Yenwood. So again, witty, adaptable, and charming. What is Yi Yin Wood associated with? In nature, it is the beautiful flower. It is the beautiful vine. It has been likened to a creeping vine and beautiful flowers. So when you think of Yi Yin Wood, they are kind. They are kind. They are flexible. So think of the difference between a tree and the flower, or a tree and bamboo. What is bamboo? Bamboo, it bends, but it doesn't break. Okay, so think of it like that. And so Yi Yin Wood has a much more flexible personality than the Yang Wood. Can they be fickle? Yes, they can be fickle. Changeable. That's definitely part of Yi Yin, the Yin Wood Day Master. They are kind, they are flexible, but they are changeable. And sometimes you definitely don't see them coming. So let's see, they're also very good networkers, by the way. And of all the 10 day masters, they will do anything to survive. Okay, they will survive at all costs. Because if you think of the yin wood as a creeping vine, think of the vines what do the vines do? They wrap themselves around the trees and they grow around the tree. Or look at the apartment buildings in Italy. Do you see the vines, how they creep up? Or different places in the world when you see the vines on the buildings? What are they doing? They're using the building to hold on to grow, and to reach the top, to reach the sun. So they, out of all the 10 day masters, they are survivors. They will do anything to survive. They will find a way. But very kind, very kind. Kind, flexible, and changeable. What are the weaknesses of a Yi Yin Wood? So as I mentioned, they are fickle. So they can be changeable. They can be fickle. 1 minute they're wanting to do this, the next minute they're wanting to do that. Non-committal. Sometimes because again, their changeable nature, that they tend to be, they don't commit. Yes, let's see. So, is a climber? Yes, it's a climber. Yes, Martha, it's a climber. Yeah. They tend to be more emotional than Yang would. They can be inconsistent and sometimes overly dependent. Again, we all have our strengths and we all have weaknesses. So it's knowing both the strengths and the weaknesses, and how do we overcome the weaknesses to make them into strengths. Okay. You all with me still? I'm just checking in, making sure, okay, that you're still here. You can still hear me because I don't want to keep going if you can't. Yeah, we're good? We're all good? Yes?
Good.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. Next day master, this is Bing Yang Fire. Do we have any Bing Yang Fires? Any Yang Fires? Nope. Okay. So, what is Bing Yang Fire? They are the sun. They are passionate. They are generous. And they are committed. So, when you think of Yang Fire, oh, sorry. In nature, Yang Fire is the sun. It's represented by the sun. What does the sun do? The sun gives us light. So the sun helps things to grow. The sun is passionate. They are independent. Why are they independent? Now think about the sun. What does the sun do every single day? It rises and it sets. And then it again the next day, it rises and it sets. The next day, it rises again. So there's a saying about Yang Fire. Excuse me, Bing Yang Fire. Is that, excuse me, that no matter what they go through, somehow they will rise again. The challenges, the difficulties that come to their life, somehow they will find a solution. Again, sometimes more difficult, but they will rise again. They are passionate, they are tenacious. Why are they tenacious? The sun rises. The sun rises every day. What is so crucial? Now, does the sun need anything to survive? No, the sun doesn't need. But actually, who needs Bing Yang Fire more than Bing Yang Fire? Is the wood, day masters. Because the sun helps the plants grow, helps the flowers grow, helps the vines grow. Okay, helps with the trees. So the sun is independent. It does not need anything to survive. What's the most crucial thing for Bing Yang Fire? However, is the time of day they are born. So 5 a.m. is this is crucial here. 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. What if they're not born during the day? Why is it important for them to be born during the day? Because that is when you see the sun. Okay? Do you see the sun at night? No. You see the sun during the day. Do you see the sun on a cloudy day, on a rainy day? No. Okay? That is why it's crucial for the sun, for Bing Yang Fire to be seen. And that's also important, by the way. They like to be seen because the sun likes to be seen. Okay? It is crucial for Yang Fire. What happens when they're not seen? What happens when the clouds come? What happens if they're not born during the day? Then there's like a feeling of not being heard. They feel like nobody listens to them. They're not being heard. Their opinion doesn't matter. But so it's really crucial. One of the crucial elements for Yang Fire actually is Yang Water. Why is Yang Water crucial for Yang Fire? Because if you look at the ocean and you look at the water, what is reflected in the water? The sun. So that's another way the sun can be seen. What else about Yang Fire, Bing Yang Fire, is they like routine. Why do they like routine? So Yang Fire person is you're going to see them go get the coffee at the same time every day, probably, or they should eat at the same time, or they should also, by the way, it is preferable when they're doing their work that they work during the day, not at night. So when the sun goes down, they should relax. as much as possible. That is a strategy that is preferable for being young fire day masters. Okay. So, you still there? Are you still there? Did I leave?
Still here.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I don't mean to keep checking in, but I have to just make sure because I don't want to lose you guys. Okay, so remember, young fire day masters, they shine regardless of what happens. Okay, because they are bound to rise again. Also, they can always be counted on. The sun is to give light, is to give passion, it's to shower people with their light. So the weaknesses, are they routine? They should. If one of the things that can help a young fire, a big fire day master, is to have routine. However, they can be too routine driven. And interestingly, especially this year, one of the recommendations I'm telling big fire day masters to do is actually to step out of their routine and actually to travel if they can, to try and go different places, meet different people, have new experiences, because this can, one of the things that can help big fire day masters this year. They can get easily bored. Also, they can be quite egotistical at times. They can be a loner because you think of the sun. How many suns are in the sky? One. Well, some people are sighting two now. Anyways, that's a social media for you. But there is only one sun in the sky, so they can tend to be loner. Again, they are less optimistic, especially when they cannot be seen. It is so important for the big fire day masters to be seen, to be acknowledged, for their opinions to be heard, and sometimes poor interpersonal skills. Okay. Ding yin fire. Any ding yin fires? Do we have any yin fires in the group at all? I'm curious, your day masters. I think I know some of them. Okay, so ding yin fire. So that is the candle at night as opposed to the sun during the day. So it is energetic, inspiring, and persuasive. There is a saying about the ding yin fire day masters that they can inspire the younger generation because they are fire. They are the candle. What does the candle do? It illuminates at night. So it illuminates and inspires people. So again, it's likened to a candle at night. Yin fire people probably like to stay up at night at times, just like the rat does. And they can also, it is preferable, just like the sun being born during the day, it is preferable for yin fire day masters to be born at night. Again, why? Because you can see the candle at night. Have you ever, actually, I have a candle burning right now, and it's much harder to see, but at night, it's such a beautiful, soft energy. I turn off all the lights, and you can see it so well. So, again, they are inspiring, they are detail oriented, and they are warm and gentle. Why? Because it's more yin. So, being yang fire, that's more yang energy, more aggressive energy. Yin is fire, is more gentle energy. So, if you think of the sun as opposed to the candle, right? So they are great motivators. They help to inspire. There's also a saying about yin fire. Thing yin fire is that they can be natural born leaders. Again, especially inspiring the younger generation. What are their weaknesses? They can be temperamental at times. They can be overly dependent on others and become quite needy, even greedy and fickle minded. So that again, especially when the Ding Yin fire is born during the day as opposed to during the night. Because remember, just like the sun, the Yin fire, they need to be seen as well. Okay, so any questions? Let me know. Checking. I don't know why this comes up. It comes. Must be the wind. We're so windy here today. Apologize. So the next, do we have any Yang Earth, Wu Yang Earth Day Masters? Nobody's talking. I don't know. No Wu Yang Earth Day Masters? Okay.
Only
So,
my life palace.
what's that?
I have it in my life palace, not in my day.
Your life palace.
Have it in my day, Melanie.
Oh, Ingrid, you're Wu Yang Earth?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. Well, you are the mountain, and you trust, and people trust you, and responsible, stable. Like, does the mountain go anywhere? No, the mountain's always there, so people can depend on you. Oh, there's another saying about the Wu Yang Earth that they are the keeper of 10,000 secrets. Everybody comes and tells you their secrets. So you must have a lot of secrets, or you must hold a lot of secrets there.
Too much, Melanie.
Too much. Too much. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so they're a sturdy mountain. They're dependable. They are steady. There's another saying about Young Earth is that they never, that they will always be the first one to say hello. So people feel comfortable with them. And people feel so comfortable that they can confide in them. It's interesting. My acupuncturist is a Wu Yang Earth, and he sees 18 to 20 people a day. People constantly come to confide in him. They are steady, they are dependable, reliable because the mountain doesn't go anywhere. Also, trustworthy. Trust is very important to Earth Day Masters, and they also can be quite loyal. And they are protective. They protect those that they care about. They tend to make the first move. They usually have impeccable manners, and they're tough. They're tough, but you can rely on Wu Yang Day Masters. Okay, they are I love it. The keeper of 10,000 secrets. That's a big burden. Must be a big burden. So, what are the weaknesses? Okay, when a person, so if there's a lot of earth in a person's chart, when you think of earth and you think of a mountain, how long does it take a mountain to change, right? How long does it take a mountain to form? So a long time. So they might, by the way, they can have that person with a lot of earth in their charts, not their day master, but if they just have a lot of earth in general, they could take more time to change their mind.
You froze again, Miss Melanie.
I did? Oh no.
Your internet, I think, has a challenge. You keep freezing at times.
No, yeah, but I think, it's the wind. I'm telling you, well, the house that I'm in, they have this whole special internet. They've had the guys come and they had it checked out, and I apologize. I think it's also, I believe it's the wind. Can you hear me now as well, or no? Oh dear. Yes?
You're
Yes,
good.
yes.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. I'm sorry. I apologize. Okay. Well, just scream at me if you can't hear me because I can hear you. All right. So what was I saying? Oh, the mountain. So you think of how long the mountain takes to form and how long the mountain stays there. So there's a saying that if there's a lot of earth in a person's chart, they may take time to decide upon things. They may take longer time to get back to you. they just tend to take. They're not quick. Okay, they're not quick to decide things. Sometimes they're a little more stubborn. Not as stubborn as Yang would though, but sometimes stubborn. Can be inflexible. Can be sometimes lazy, like because they're slow. Because a mountain, think of a mountain. It stays there for a long time, and sometimes insensitive. And okay, so that's Wu Yang Earth, and then we have Yin Earth. So again, this is the opposite of the mountain. Out of all the 10-day masters, they're the most resourceful and the most giving, sometimes too giving to their detriment. So they are creative, they are resourceful, and they are nurturing. Out of all the 10-day masters, we liken them to like Mother Earth. Okay, they are caregivers. So is Young Earth as well, by the way. So is Wu Young Earth. Earth in general, they are caregivers. But when you think of Jia Yin Earth, so they can be likened to the soil. And when you think the fertile soil of the fields, so when you think of the fertile soil of the fields and you think, well, what happens in the fields, right? What happens in the soil? Well, everybody, the farmers, they plant their crops in the soil. People walk on the soil. So there's always this, how do I say, it's like resiliency in a Ji Yin Earth personality. Nurturing, creative, and another metaphor which I was trying to explain about being the soil, that where the farmers plant the food and they walk, we all walk on the earth, that gives immense tolerance to the Ji Yin Earth personality. And trustworthy, just like Wu Yang Earth, trust is very, very important to Ji Yin Earth people, day masters. And there's a saying, once your trust is broken, it is very hard to get it back. Okay, so don't be fooled by their stable demeanor, by the way, because they come equipped with 1,000 different talents. That's another thing that the Ji Yin Earth personality is. They have so many talents that you might not see right up front. But the most giving, the most nurturing of all the 10-day masters, and again, sometimes to their detriment, just like the pig, by the way. So what is the weaknesses of Ji Yin Earth is they can be secretive. So sometimes you don't know what's really going on with them. They tend to procrastinate. They can be more slow. Oh, sometimes vengeful, because once you cross a Ji Yin Earth person, watch out. They can be quite vengeful. And at times difficulty expressing themselves. Do I have any Ji Yin Earth day masters? Remember, you can look at your family, you can look at your friends, you can look at your coworkers, and then you can find out a lot about.
That's me.
That, which one?
The Ji Yin Wood.
It's not Yin Wood, it's Yin Earth.
I mean Yin Earth.
Lisa, you're Yin Earth? That's your day master?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm the soil.
Oh, you are this. Oh, isn't that funny? You don't know. She happens to be a master gardener, so it's pretty like, there you are. You are in the soil, aren't you? Oh, okay. Well.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, you are very nurturing to people. Always taking care of people. Always taking care of others. Okay. And tolerant and definitely trustworthy. Okay, so Yang Metal day masters, they are tough. So think of Yang Metal. They are the sword. Okay, they are willful, they are resilient, and they are principled. There's how I can best describe Young Metal Gang, Young Metal Day Master. Okay, there's 5 people that are given a job, and the 4 people, they're all given the same job. 4 people will give up. Young Metal never gives up. They will find a way. They will figure out a solution to a problem. Okay, so they are definitely very willful. So when you think of the picture that describes them, they are the axe or the sword. Another way you can think of Gangyang metal personalities is that there's this clump of metal, and then throughout their life, how do you take that metal and form it to a beautiful Excalibur? Well, you do that with fire. Actually, one of the most crucial elements in a Gangyang Metal's Bazi chart is yin fire. Oh, by the way, the difference between yin fire and yang fire is real fire, and yang fire is the sun. So I forgot to make that 2 distinct differences. So yin fire is real fire. So that's why Young Metal Day Masters need yin fire to melt the metal, to forge that metal into a beautiful Excalibur. What does this mean? What's a metaphor? It's the trials and tribulations that the Young Metal Day Master goes through in life. And that is that they are being forged through the trials and tribulations. So they are tough and they are principled. So when you think of earth, earth is about trust, and metal is about justice. So justice is very important. So they're straightforward, resilient, strong. They are adventurous, altruistic, and honest. So, yeah, they are tough and they are resilient, very much so. And often, when most people give up, Young Metal Day Masters will find a way. They do not give up. So, what are the weaknesses of the Young Metal Day Masters? Sometimes a little dense. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Because there's that. When you think of that axe, is an axe is metal flexible? No. So they can be a little inflexible with their ideas. So just like Yang wood also is stubborn and inflexible, so can Gangyang Metal Day Masters be inflexible. Be quite aggressive because of their young energy, because metal is, how do I say, it's solid, it's strong, it's so it can be somewhat aggressive, egotistical, and somewhat fallible. Okay, so the opposite of the axe is the beautiful, refined jewelry, the elegant jewelry. So this is Yin Metal Day Master. Any Yin Metal Day Masters at all? So refined, intelligent, and attractive, because they are likened to this beautiful, precious jewelry. Okay, so they are. Think of a diamond. A diamond is Yin metal. Think of that beautiful piece of silver, that beautiful piece of gold. Okay, that is the Yin metal personality Day Master. They are refined. They are elegant, often quite attractive, smart, and they are competitive, and values relationships. Actually, another thing that you might not see initially about Yin metal personalities is they can be quite funny. Actually, they have a good sense of humor when you get to know them. They are also expert negotiators, and they value relationships. One of the most important things about a Yin Metal Day Master, what is the quickest way to get into their hearts, is recognition. Now, because that's one of the greatest desires. Now, think of it like this. It's not like, look how great I am, okay? Not like that. It's just acknowledgement. They need to be acknowledged. Like, look at the, wow, you're really doing a great job today, or wow, you look really nice today, or, uh, whatever it is that you see, just to empower them. Well, we all need that. But that's one of the quickest ways to get into the heart of a Yin Yin metal day master recognition. Okay, so this is the beautiful jewelry, right? This is the Yin metal beautiful jewelry. They were fine, they were elegant. Oh, but be careful. They can be manipulative and jealous. Yes, they can. And they need to be in the spotlight. Sometimes they just they want to hey, me. It's all about me, right? Not about others, but about me. And that's a weakness because then they need to be in the spotlight constantly. So sometimes egotistical as well. But yeah, they can be quite jealous because of this need to be seen, to be in the spotlight, okay, to be heard, so to speak. Okay, so just acknowledge a Yin metal day master. They will be your best friend, I guarantee. You watch. Okay. Yang water, Ren, Yang water day masters. Do we have any Ren Yang water day masters? You know who is a famous Ren Yang water day masters? Oh, I forgot to say some of the famous people is Warren Buffett. They can create some of the greatest wealth, by the way, Young Water Day Masters. Adventurous, proactive, and ambitious. They can be likened to the ocean. The Young Water Day Masters. There is a saying about Young Water Day Masters. They are, when you look at the ocean at times, it is calm on the surface, but it is how do I say it is tumultuous inside, so to speak. So it's like even though the Ren Young Water Day Masters can look very calm on the outside, there's a lot of deep emotion going on in the inside that they will not show to you. So you have to really pull that out and get to know a Ren Young Water Day Master. They are action oriented and they are proactive. They are also quite competitive, innovative, practical, intense. You can think of the ocean. The ocean, it is sometimes it's calm and sometimes it is very, how do I say, the storms that can come on, the waves can be intense and be high. Intelligent. One of the words associated also, if with each of the with each of the 5 elements, I could go and I could say 1 or 2 words for each one. So water, day masters, is wisdom and intelligence. So another thing about Ren Young Water Day Masters, they will always want to know things. They're always going to be reading, there's going to be researching, they're going to be studying because they always want to know. By the way, another thing like Ding Yin Fire Day Masters, they want to know too, and they're not going to believe you, even though, if you're talking to them, you're trying to convince them something, or you're teaching them something, yeah, they're going to go and they're going to find out. They're going to do their own research. They want to see if what you're saying is really true and correct. So I've had many Ding Yin Fire students over my lifetime, and so I've always noticed that that's one of their characteristics. So wisdom and intelligence is associated with water, day masters. Wood is kindness and practicality. Fire is passion. And another thing about Big Young Fire, day masters, I don't know if I mentioned this, is manners. Manners are very important to a Big Young Fire day master. Earth is about trust. It's very important that they trust you. Trust is a very important, one of the most important things to the Earth Day Masters and caregivers. They always caring for other people. And then metal is about justice, about truth. So you can just in general, you can, because that's the beauty of 5 elements. Everything in the world, in our universe, you can put into these 5 elements. You can put the colors, the time of days, the organ systems, the animals, as you're going to see. You can put the industries that are beneficial. You can put the actions that are beneficial into each of these 5 day masters. Each of these 5 elements. What is the red water weakness? They can overanalyze things. So that means they overthink things too much. It can be quite forceful. Think of the ocean. It is forceful and rebellious. And remember what I said about calm on the outside, but the emotions run very deep, overly emotional, and easily distracted. And then the last day master, we'll take a little 5-minute break, 10-minute break after this. So Gui Yin Water Day Masters. Okay? So as opposed to the ocean, think of Yin water as every other form of water. They're the clouds, they're the rain, they're the dew. They're wise, they are intuitive, very intuitive, by the way, and imaginative. There's a saying about Gui Yin Water Day Masters, here today, gone tomorrow. That means that they are changeable, because you look at the clouds in the sky and you see the clouds 1 minute, or for an hour you see the clouds passing by, and then all of a sudden they're gone. So that's one thing about the Gui Yin Water Day Masters. They can, like you think that you're going to do, you plan something for tomorrow to do with them, and then, oh, nope, they changed their mind, and now they're going to on to do something else. They are very intuitive, by the way. Charles, are you Gui Yin Water? It's very intuitive.
That's me.
Oh, okay. So here today, gone tomorrow, the cloud. But you're very intuitive. What's that?
I am also.
Oh, that's right. Okay. And versatile, very versatile, accepting, observant, very good teacher, by the way. A very good teacher, and quick-witted. You have a very quick wit about you. So, let's see. Another thing that Gui Yin Water, which is one of the useful gods for Gui Yin Water, is being yang, fire. Okay. So sometimes some of the weaknesses of a Gui Yin Water, they can be temperamental. And think of like when you're thinking of Gui Yin Water, it's like there's the clouds. So you look at one cloud, and you look at another cloud, so they could be easily distracted. I mean, it's very easy to become easily distracted for all of us today with our information age 24/7. So we have so much information, but not so much wisdom, actually. Easily distracted, sometimes indecisive, and sometimes a little overly sensitive, but very highly intuitive and very good teachers, by the way. Very good teachers. And remember also what's associated with the water element? Wisdom is associated. So that need to know also is there with Gui Yin Water Day Masters. Okay, just in general, wisdom and intelligence. So they're always wanting to know. Okay, why don't we take say a 5-minute break, or do you need a little bit longer?
Miss Melanie?
Yes.
Could you share your day master with us, please?
Oh, you've got to guess that.
Ah.
I'll share with you, sure. Yes,
I agree.
I'm happy to. What do you think? Nobody's going to take it.
I definitely, I think you want to be perhaps quiz somewhere there, I think.
No. I want to be. It's not that I want to be. That's what I am. That's what I chose.
If it's not quiz, got to be
Gia Wood? No.
Yeah.
No.
I'm wrong.
It's okay. I'm not that stubborn. No. Yang Fire. I'm the sun. I'm Bing Yang Fire. That's right.
You're Bing. Okay.
I'm Bing. I'm Bing. Yes, I'm Bing Bing.
All right.
And guess, by the way, another thing.
Thank you.
Okay, and because speaking about that, because we are in period 9 is associated with fire, and Bing and Ding is what? Bing is the sun during the day, Ding is night, and what does this mean? It's 24/7. That means the world is going 24/7. If you have Bing and Ding in your chart, it's very good, by the way, because that, depending upon where it is in your chart, but that is one of the, how do I say, useful gods for period 9 because of the fire. Okay, why don't we take.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, yeah, sure, no problem. Okay, but I have a lot of other things in my chart too. Okay, so why don't we take 5 minutes or 10 minutes? Which one? Let's see. Why don't we take a 5-minute break? How's that? And then I'll come right back and we'll start on the 12 earthly branches. Is that good? Is that enough time? Because I'm going to give you another break after the 12 earthly branches. So, do you want a longer break than 5 minutes, or is 5 minutes okay? Or
5 minutes.
Okay, 5 minutes. Be back. So it's here. My time is 11:55. So I'll be back at noon. Okay, we're back. Oh. Okay, is everyone back now? Well, you can hear me loud and clear?
Loud and clear.
Okay, good. Thank you. Thanks, Ingrid. So, just to reiterate about 5 key words to remember for 2024. The dragon is mysterious, it is magical, but remember, unpredictable. So, sudden change of direction can show up as, I don't know how, if you've seen, certainly the world, we have many things showing up that all of a sudden. So, the wood is showing up very strongly this year, supported by the dragon. This requires you to stay steady in the midst of the turmoil of our world, in the midst of the turmoil of our own lives. Because a sudden change of direction can knock you off. Again, this requires meditation. This requires making sure you get enough sleep. This requires eating nutrient dense foods, focusing on your health. Very, very important. And remember, there's amplified results. So, what is the mission and the purpose of your life? What are you here to do? What is your intention? So, again, with so many distractions in our world today, and believe me, it's very easy to get distracted, we need that laser focus and intention. That laser focus and intention will get you the results that you want, because this is fire energy. This fire, this period 9, this fire is fast and it's quick. So I don't know, you must have all noticed how, because things have been speeding up more and more, especially in with the information age coming, with AI coming in now. And again, we are being bombarded with information 24/7. What is your filtering system? And I know a lot of you are empaths, so you very easily feel energy. So you are affected by all this energy swirling around us. How do we be in the middle of the storm but not be of the storm? So now the 12 earthly branches. Okay, so these are the animals. Okay, each of you have an animal, the year, the month, the day, and the hour. And so remember, the animals are elements. And let's see, we'll look. The first first animal I'm starting with, that is the rat, because in the 24 mountains, if you look at the 24 mountains, that's the animal, the rat. There's a story about the rat. Why is the rat first? Because the rat jumped on top of the ox, and when the ox reached the destination, the rat jumped off the ox, and so the rat became the first. Just a cute little story. So, what is the rat? What is the So, first of all, what's the Chinese name is Z, so either Z or rat. The element is associated with yin, water. And you go, wait a minute, I thought it was yang, water. Okay, I don't know why they do this. They do this with the rat, they do this with the horse. Like the horse is yang fire, but inside the yang, the horse is yin fire. So again, first I want to reiterate, the animals are elements. Are they personalities? Yes, but first and foremost, they are elements, because the elements now become part of what we call the 10 gods and the 10 archetypes. So, for example, there's 2 Kuei Yin Water Day Masters, right? We have Charles, we have Yvonne. What is Yin Water? So the rat would be Yin Water. And what is Yin Water to Kuei Yin Water? That is the friend element, okay? So there's certain things associated with a friend. Actually, they're good networker, very good at networking, by the way. So that's an example how you now combine.
That's me too.
What? What?
I'm a rat.
Oh, you're a rat too. Oh.
I'm a rat.
Oh, wow, that's
Yep.
interesting. Okay. Oh, so the rats, okay? So first of all, it's a cardinal sign. What do I mean by cardinal sign? So there's 4 cardinal signs. Okay, so it's the rat, the horse, the rooster, and the rabbit. So that means the chi of that element is pure chi. It is also, so that means it's pure chi. Okay? There's also a peach blossom, so it's how they're very charming. Oh, another thing is, what is the hour? So also, I meant to write. I didn't have enough time to include the month. Okay, so the month, you can write this down. The month associated with the rat is December, and we don't go by the Gregorian calendar. We go by the Tengshu, and the Tengshu, and they start usually in the month. It's around the 6th or the 7th of the month. So it'd be 6th or 7th of December to the 6th or 7th of January. So December is the month of the rat. What is the time? The time is 11 p.m. to 1 a.m. And it's interesting that Charles has showed up, because they often are creatures of the night. So sometimes they have an easier time at being up at night than they do during the day. They are ambitious, they are charming, they are resourceful, they are planners, they are budgeters, but they are able to budget. There's a saying about the rat. The rat has eyes on the side of their head, or ears and eyes on the side of their head, like they see and feel things other people don't. Okay, so it makes them like it, and but sometimes because they see and feel things that other people don't, it can cause them anxiety. Okay, it makes them very anxious because you're so sensitive to energies that you're seeing that other people aren't. Some the negative aspect of the rat, maybe opportunistic, maybe somewhat manipulative, but the rat, they are smart. They are smart, and also they some rats, they are known to collect things. But again, the most important thing you want to think of is that what is the element? The element is in water. Okay. So the rat is a peach blossom star, by the way. Another thing about when you talk about peach blossoms, there people are naturally attracted to you. Uh, in ancient times, peach blossom got a negative connotation. So, if women were a rabbit or a rooster, they often associated them with like prostitutes or whores or women of the night. However, today, in our modern world today, it is very good for social media, by the way. So, don't think of peach blossom as a negative. It actually makes you more attractive. Okay. So the ox. Now the ox and the rat are friends, and I have a special chart for you. Towards the end, as I said, it was one of the bonuses that I'm going to give you because I think it's going to be so helpful. It's going to show you the times to act and the times not to. It's because I'm gonna. There's a three harmony trinity. There's a six harmony. The three harmony is your friends. The six harmony is your hidden friend, and then you have the clash animal. So you don't act on the clash days, the clash months, the clash hours, etc. I'll get into that. But the ox and the rat are friends, and together they make the earth element. Okay? So the ox, what is the ox? By the way, the rat is part of the season of water. That's another. There's so many levels to Bazi, but the rat, let's see, the pig, the rat, and the ox is the season of water. Okay. Show the ox is Chow is the Chinese name, and what is the now? When you look at the rat was pure chi. Okay, it was pure chi of yin water. Now, when you look at the chart and you see rat, it could say under rat, it could say yang water. However, you want to look at the hidden stems. I'm sorry, I should have had that. Here, let me go back here. Here's this one. Oh, it's not on that one. Okay, so you see here, so this is the main chi, or this is the chi that's going to come up, but underneath, okay, in the chart, you should have hidden stems. That's what I want you to be looking at because that's the hidden stems are what associated with each of the animals. Okay. So do you see that on your charts? I hope you see the hidden stems. So the main chi of ox is yin earth. Okay. It is cold earth. However, it's frozen earth because it's associated with the season of water, and that's the winter time. It is what we call sub chi of yin water, and yin metal. So the main chi is yin earth, and the sub chi is yin water and yin metal. It is a graveyard animal. What is a graveyard? What does that mean? So we have 4 graveyard animals. So because ox is the month is January, by the way, so it's about January 6th, 7th to February 6th or 7th. So because it's associated with the season of water, it is how do I say? It's let me explain it this way. So the pig month That's November is the growing chi of water. The rat is the prospering chi of water, and the ox is the declining chi of water. That's what it means by graveyard. So the chi of that season is is um, is declining, so to speak. So it goes into the graveyard, right? So the storage is so this you have to look at your day master. So what is yin earth to? Okay, your day master. Okay, for yin, for you guys, let's say for Gui yin water, yin earth would be 7 killing, so that's influence star, so it would be a storage of that. It also could be a storage of wealth element as well. Okay, so it stores chi basically, and it depends upon the chi to your day master that it's storing. It's a little more complicated than that's more for the advanced class I'm going to be giving. What is the time? 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. at night. The ox is what is known as Mother Earth. When you think of the ox, what does the ox do? It plows the fields. So it is productive. It helps to produce the plants and that is available to humans because the ox plows the earth. They are productive, they are nurturing, and they will work until they are exhausted often. They are patient, but they can be a little stubborn, and they are dependable. Sometimes they might lack social skills. Okay? But remember, the most important thing is the element that the ox is associated with. Also, there's another saying about the ox: they will do anything to protect those that they love. Okay? They are nurturing and dependable. You can depend on the ox. Okay, so now we're going into, by the way, if you look at the colors, okay, that I put here, so, I start with the rat. What to go? Anyways, blue is also the color associated with the water element. And then why did I put yellow here? Even though it's part of the season of water, the ox is one of it is a graveyard animal, but it is also an earth animal. It's associated with earth. Okay, so now green is associated with the season of wood, and tiger, yin, okay, that's the Chinese name. What is the main chi of the tiger? The tiger is yang wood. Okay, so we have yang wood dragon here. So the yang wood in the tiger is what we call the friend element. Okay, so that's the main chi. The sub chi is yang fire and yang earth. So inside the tiger. The tiger is what we call a sky horse animal. It means a traveling star. People who have tiger or monkey in their chart, they will often, and snake, they will often travel. There's actually something called the fire penalty. And so that was 2 years ago. So the tiger, the snake, the monkey, that's called a fire penalty. And that means interruptions, unexpected disruptions, interruptions. It could be with health, it could be relationships, it could be with wealth that could come, and especially, say for say if you have tiger, it could be the snake month or the monkey month, or the snake hour, the monkey hour, etc. So that's called a penalty, and again, that's just one of the many what's the word I want? Aspects of Bazi, because we have clashes, we have harms, we have combinations, we have destructions, we have penalties, etc. The positive aspect of the tiger loves adventure. Think of the tiger like they are like the king of the jungle. They are courageous, they are strong, they are blessed with good vision. The tiger will go for what they want in their life. The time of day is 3 to 5 a.m. This is associated with the wood element because the spring, the wood element is associated with the It is the chi rising. It's the spring time. It's the morning time of the day, the spring season, the season of spring. It's the chi is rising, going upward, and 3 to 5 a.m. It's associated with the liver and the gallbladder in Chinese medicine. So you say if you wake up at 3 in the morning, or you have a hard time, you wake up, there could be. Oh, sorry, I'm sorry, not liver gallbladder. That's the rat and the ox. The rat is liver, the ox is gallbladder. Let's see, the tiger, that's lung. Excuse me. 3 to 5 a.m. is lung time, and 5 to 7 is the large intestine time. So if you're waking up at that time of day or early morning, there could be some issues with the lungs. Okay, so there's a positive and a negative to this never forget. So there's a saying about the tiger. When the tiger has been harmed, they will try and forgive, but they will never forget. Okay, so they always carry this burden of being harmed and being hurt. They'll try and forgive, but they never forget when they have been hurt, when they have been harmed. Okay. So the next animal is the rabbit, and the rabbit is another peach blossom animal, just like the rat. Again, it's another what we call cardinal star, because it is also pure chi. So what is the rabbit associated with? It is pure yin wood. Okay, that is the element. So inside the rabbit is pure yin wood. It doesn't have any sub chi at all. The time is 5 to 7 a.m. in the morning, and that's associated with large intestine. So we've just left the rabbit year. In fact, this is the rabbit month. So the rabbit was the emperor last year. The rabbit had so many good stars. Now the rabbit's a little more challenging this year, and especially the rabbit has to take care of their health this year. And actually this month, I forget what it's a particular auxiliary star that has to do with wellness and health this month. So in general, the consciousness of people will be to take care of their health and focus on health issues, because that's one of the few. The rabbit only has 2 auxiliary stars that are auspicious this year. Oops, sorry. Let's see. So the dog, by the way, is a hidden friend. The rabbit's a hidden friend of the dog. Okay, so the dog is clashed by the dragon this year. So the dog is definitely more challenged, and especially next month. But this month, right now, because the rabbit is here to protect the dog, so that the dog is basically gets a reprieve for the month, and to take advantage of this month, because you've got quite a month coming next month, which I'll get into at the end. The rabbit again, because of that peach blossom, they are elegant, they are gentle, but they are cautious. They like to have everything ironed out perfectly, so to speak, and they are patient, so they are gentle. Sometimes they're a little shallow, and they base the life is based on what their eyes like. It's interesting because lady friend who is a rabbit, and what is her industry? She does social media for cosmetics and the beauty industry. So it is all about outward appearance and the beauty. By the way, that's another very good industry coming for fire, because period 9, it's about middle-aged women. But by the way, it's not about aggressive middle-aged women. It's about the beauty and the yin nature of a gentle woman, because they associate with the female cow. When we think of the female cow is more gentle, more docile. So it's not about an aggressive middle-aged woman. It's about beauty as well, about authenticity, to be your beautiful self. So the dragon. the dragon this year. Everybody says, "Oh, you should have a baby born this year." It's so funny because uh, my acupuncturist, he's married to a Chinese. He studied in China for six years. He speaks and writes Chinese fluently. He's amazing. So there's a lot of Asian people that I'm in contact with, and they all were, "Oh, you need to have a baby," encouraging their daughters and sons to have a baby this year because the dragon is so mystical and magical, and it's so lucky to have a dragon baby. Not necessarily true. the dragon the dragon can have the dragon can get in a lot of what's the word I want it can attract a lot of problems in their life. So it is mystical, magical, unpredictable, yes, but yeah, it can be quite challenged. Dragon can be quite challenged because there's also a graveyard animal as well. What is the main chi of the dragon is yang earth. Okay? What's the sub chi is yin wood and yin water. Okay, don't forget this sub chi. Sub chi means that the chi it's more hidden, so it depends upon the the 10 gods. So each of these could be different 10 gods, right? Depending upon what your day master is. Okay, so for the Gui Yin Water Day Masters, let's see, for Charles Yvonne, what is Yang Earth to you? Yang Earth is influence star. Okay, so that is a direct officer, that's more the diplomat. So that's also parent status, so you could become more known this year as well, is what it means. It also means discipline, so you could be more disciplined this year. And also has to do with the diplomat, the one who follows the rules, as opposed to the 7K, 7 killings. And I'll be getting into that as I go through each day master for this year. So it is a graveyard, okay? It's the graveyard of wood. So ox is the graveyard of water, dragon is the graveyard of wood. And that's what we're going to be going into next week. We are it's the season of wood, but now the dragon month is the graveyard of wood, so the chi of wood will be declining. Okay, the storage is water, the water element actually, because the dragon, the monkey, and the rat. So it's a storage of water, depending upon what water means to your day master. 7 to 9 a.m. in the morning. It is associated with the mountain, so it is a strong mountain that provides support. And as I mentioned, it is magical, it is mystical, and also unpredictable. And it's very interesting because I've been watching because we're in the dragon year, and I watch each dragon day. Every dragon day that we have had, except the last one, was not so unpredictable. But the other two, we had, let's see, one time the internet went down, the other day the phones went down. This was not just, by the way, just in my local area. This is across the United States. So I believe also in other areas of the world from the different, my friends and teachers that I've talked to throughout the world, they have had their internet go down. In Europe, they've had the internet go down in Asia. And it was always on the dragon day. So the dragon day is the dragon year, and we're coming into a dragon month. And a pure chi of yang earth, by the way, I think it's the only month that we have pure chi. Last year we had like 6 or 7 months of pure chi. Pure chi means you see how that chi, like it really affects you, because it's yang earth on the heavenly stem, yang earth in the earthly branch, and they call it going from heaven to earth, so pure chi. Also, the dragon is known to be a leader, has leadership skills. However, it can be quite volatile, high stress, and can be associated with how do I say, very challenging. It can be very challenging at times for the dragon.
Miss Melanie, which animal, which body part does the dragon belong to, affiliated with?
Oh, so Earth has to do, stomach. Because Earth, in general, the spleen, stomach, pancreas, Earth is associated with the spleen, stomach, and pancreas. Okay, so it's the stomach, and it's interesting because
Thank you.
I think it's either the stomach. Yeah, I think it's the stomach. I think the spleen's after lunch. Yeah. So Earth in general, the element is the spleen, stomach, pancreas. That's your digestive chi. So think of it like this. It's about, there's a saying in Chinese medicine that it's the spleen especially, and it's what you are all doing right now. You are taking the knowledge that I'm giving you, the information I'm giving you, and you are transforming and transporting it into blood and chi. And that's what we do with food. We take food in, we transform and transport into blood and chi and nutrients. So that's the earth element, especially the spleen, does that. Okay, so you're all with me, right? Everything's good? You can hear me fine? Yes? Good?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thanks, Ingrid. Okay, so so now we move from the wood season into the fire season. That's why I put red. And the animal is snake. C is snake. Oh, by the way, what is dragon? Dragon is Chen. So we have Jia Chen. That's why it's called, because it's a wood dragon year, because each animal has 5 different types of elements. And that's why we have something called the 60 Jia Zi. Okay, so 60 pillars. So the snake is associated, the Chinese name is Si. The element is yang fire. Now, when you look at the horse, because the horse will say in the chart, the snake has yin fire, but wait, that's not what they use. They use the hidden elements. It can be confusing, I know. And inside the sun chi of the snake is yang earth and yang metal. Okay? So this is another traveling stars. Oh, by the way, so for your water day masters, fire is wealth. It's one of your wealth elements. Now, for earth day masters, fire is your resource element. For wood day masters, it is your it's your output element. It's either eating god or hurting officer. Okay, so it is a traveling star, another traveling star. Okay, just like the tiger. And the morning time is 9 to 11 a.m. is the snake hour. The snake is associated with, because it's a travel star, they have potential for overseas travel. They also have the potential to work overseas. And another way that we can use that in our modern context today is being on Zoom calls with people from all over the world. Like I'm on Zoom, like I have students from all over the world. There'll be people from Australia who will be listening to this later, people from Europe who couldn't attend, they'll be listening to this later. So that's another way you can see this, but also you can actually travel overseas or work overseas. Okay, the snake, extremely wise, good problem solver. When you think of the snake, what do you think of in nature? They sit in the sun for hours and they can be gone in a second. There's another thing about this. The snake is they are very, very observant. Okay, so the snake person, they usually don't sit in front of the classroom. They usually sit in the back of the classroom, and what they do is they watch things. Or just like they go into a group of people and they watch, or they might be in a meeting. They are watching, and they're watching, and they're watching, and then they strike. Okay? They're not sitting up in the front of the classroom and gregarious and opinion. No, they're gonna watch, then they're gonna strike. Then they're gonna give their opinion. But this also makes the snake secretive and ruthless, especially with a snake hour. So insidious and ruthless could be the negative aspects of the snake. Okay, so the horse, Wu, is the damn right. Oh, Martha, I love you.
I know, Miss Melanie. I'm just curious again with the
I know,
body part.
I know, but
Um,
I'm thinking because it's
of
the
the snake, like which area of the body?
hold on, lung, large intestine. I usually have them all memorized. I might have to send you the 24-hour clock. Let's see, would it be? Oh, with the snake, okay, fire. The element of fire is associated, and by the way, this is also period 9, is the heart, the small intestine, it's the shen or spirit of the eyes, okay? So there is discrepancy between Chinese medicine and Bazi and Chinese metaphysics somewhat. Most of the elements in the organ systems are the same, but like here's an example because they're saying eyes are associated with the fire. Okay, uh, but it's more in Chinese medicine, which makes more sense to me. It's the shen or the spirit. So if the eyes, like you could see, if the fire chi is good, then their eyes are bright, they're sparkly, they're dancing. You know, the person talks to you, looks at you directly. If the eyes are dull and there's like they look at you like you're glassed over, that means that the shen or the spirit of the person has been harmed. Also, the fire element is associated with the heart and the small intestine. You're going to see a lot more heart issues. We already have started to see heart issues with myocarditis and heart attacks and eye issues, especially coming up. It's also associated with the blood and blood. You're seeing more blood issues as well. Let's see, 9 to 11 a.m. I'm trying to think, Ingrid, of the organ there. I'll have to send you a message on that because I don't have all of my 24-hour clock. I usually do. That one I just don't remember. Sorry. Okay, so yeah, no problem. So the horse is Wu, and the element is Yin fire. Again, you look at the horse on the chart; it says Yang fire, but inside the hidden stem is Yin fire and Yin earth. Okay, so the main chi is Yin fire and then Yin earth. Okay, so again, it's another cardinal star sign. That means it's a peach blossom. So it's again very attractive. Now, what about if a person has 4 peach blossoms in their chart? What do you think? That could cause a lot of problems. That could. I have a friend, a client. She's a rabbit year, water rabbit actually. So she just turned 60 last year. By the way, that's called a Wangap birthday. In Korean philosophy, it means you come back to your original self because it takes 60 pillars, 60 jazi to come back to the year that you're born. So it's basically starting a new cycle. And so she's a water rabbit year. She's a metal rooster month. Rooster and rabbit clash, by the way. She's a fire rabbit day and in a rabbit luck cycle. Can you imagine how many rabbits? And she has men calling her all the time. However, not necessarily such. They want to take her money too, and so maybe too many peach blossoms. In fact, there's a whole discussion going on on one of my Facebook pages about too many peach blossom stars. Okay, so 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. is the time of the horse. It's funny because I don't think of time like anymore. I think, oh, it's the hour of the rat. Oh, it's the hour of the pig. Oh, it's the hour of the dog. Of course, it's the hour of the dog, right? That's funny how I think like that. So again, it's a peace blossom star. The horse, they have high endurance. There's a saying about the horse, places to go, people to see, things to do. They are always on the move, always on the go, and they love to be the center of attention. Oh, the negative, I didn't write that. That means, so we can put that also down here. The negative aspect of that is that it's all about me, love to be the center of attention. Why am I not the center of attention? So that can be a negative aspect of the horse. But again, think of the chi. The chi is yin, fire. Okay. So by the way, Ingrid, I believe this is the heart, and is it the yeah, because the noon time is the heart, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Okay, so the goat. Okay, now this is we've been in the season of fire. Okay, so that's the next season after the dragon month. We're going to be going into the season of fire. By the way, that's really going to pull in period 9 with a bang in in May with the snake month. The goat is Wei, and what is the element associated with the goat is yin, earth. So that's the main chi of the goat. However, because it is earth, but it's associated with a fire, we call it dry earth. Okay, so like the let's see, the dragon is young earth, but the earth is it is not too it's not too cold, it's not too damp, it's not too dry, basically. My son has double horse. He's so lucky with women. Oh, are you being facetious? Oh, okay. Let's see. So the goat is the graveyard of fire, of the season of fire. Okay. Storage of wood. 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. That's either the stomach or the spleen, and maybe I'd have to go back again and going to look at that. So the positive aspect of the goat, they are the peacemaker. They do not like confrontation. Okay, they shy away from confrontation. They are likable. They are gentle. They are persistent. But the negative, sorry, I didn't put the negative aspect, is that they can avoid confrontation at all costs. So that can be, a negative aspect of them. And then also, like, there's another saying about the goat is that they need alone time every day to process their feelings. Also, again, there's so many aspects to Bazi, but one of the things, so it's the goat, the dog, and the ox. Okay, this is called a bully penalty. This is a full bully penalty. Now, the goat is part of a partial bully penalty. So if you have the goat in the chart, and then the dog or the ox comes in, or you have a dog and a goat, or a dog and an ox, I know there's a person's chart that has all three animals. And what does this mean? It means they can be easily bullied, or they bully others, especially when they've got the three bully animals, bully penalty, which is the goat, the ox, and the dog. And so do be aware of that, because again, the goat generally is gentle and they don't like confrontation. But if the dog comes in, or the ox, like if they could be in that luck cycle or that month, then they could be easily bullied. Okay. Now we go into the season of metal. And the monkey is, the Chinese name is Shen. And let's see. Oh, Ingrid, these I do know. So let's see. This is associated with the kidney, bladder, adrenal glands. 3 to 5 p.m. is the bladder. 5 to 7 p.m. is the kidneys. Okay. So the element associated with the monkey is yang metal. So the monkey is the growing chi of metal. Is in August, by the way. I'm sorry. I think I was giving you the correct months. So goat, by the way, is July. Horse is June. Snake is May. So snake is May. Horse is June. Goat is July, and monkey is August. And so it is. Monkey, by the way, is one of the friends of the dragon, the three harmony trinity of water and a friend to the dragon. So the monkey will be receiving his friend the dragon to help you. But is water good for you? Okay? Everybody thinks, oh, combinations are so good because, hey, I was always taught that. It was the clashes, the harms, and the destructions we had to be worried about. Oh, but maybe. Well, yeah, what does that combination mean in your chart? Okay, so yang metal is the main chi, yang earth, and yang water, that is the sub chi. It is also one of the traveling stars. Okay, so another thing you have to be careful, when is a monkey day or snake day or month. Okay, yes, it's travel, so there could be more travel in general, but it also could be more difficult traveling. So if it's more of like a fire penalty of traveling, then if you're going to travel somewhere, then you have to make sure you show up early. Make sure that you have all your documents in line, because things can often happen on those days or those months if there is a fire penalty. So it is 3 to 5 p.m. in the afternoon. The monkey, they radiate a strong magnetism. They are quick, they are sharp, and they are problem solvers. Monkeys always are very good at solving problems. There's often a saying about the monkey, especially in the home. They're very good at fixing things in the home as well. They always find a solution. Also, another thing about monkeys is they love to have fun. It's important that they have fun. Sometimes the monkey can work too much and forget to have fun. That's very, very important for the monkey. They like to monkey around, so they can be quite funny when you get them in a good mood. Because on the negative side, they can be tough. They can be tough. They can be unrefined, and in a sense that you might see that at first, which could come out across as negative, but actually underneath that toughness, there is this strong magnetism and to that and sharp. Okay, so let's see. So this is the growing chi of metal. The next animal is the rooster, and the Chinese name for the rooster is Yu, Y-O-U, and the element associated with the rooster is yin metal. So now we have another cardinal sign, star, because that's pure chi of metal, of yin metal. Remember, we have the rat, the rooster, the rat, the rabbit, the rooster, the rat, the rabbit, the horse, and the rooster. Okay, those are what we call the pure chi, although, by the way, the horse is not totally pure chi because it has yin fire as the main chi, and then it's snuck in a little yin earth there. Okay, what time is the rooster time of the day? It is 5 to 7 p.m. That's the kidney time of the day. Now, how many roosters are in the chicken coop? How many roosters are in the chicken coop? 1. So, what does the rooster like to do? The rooster likes to tell the chickens what to do, so that means they make good managers, okay? They like to boss people around, but they're good at it. They are straightforward because it's metal, okay? And, glamorous there. The roosters always like to look good. The roosters usually don't go out of the house without, the hair being done, the makeup on, or the men, they're well dressed, okay, because they like to shine. Yin metal is shiny jewelry. it likes to shine, so it will always look. They will be most of the time well put together. I can't believe sometimes I see people now out in their pajamas and their slippers, and they're going to Starbucks or they go into the store. I'm like, oh my god. uh, the negative side of the rooster, yes, because they can be sharp. They're like that pin. Okay, like when you think of that acupuncture needle or that pin, that is like the yin rooster. They can easily affect. Easily offend people, and they have a sharp tongue. Oh, you notice it when roosters, people fight. Oh, that's interesting. Sharp tongue and bossy. They can be quite bossy. Well, think of metal. All right. So the dog, my dear dog, you have quite a year this year. Lots of change, lots of upheaval, but it's a clash. Every year, an animal is clashed, and everyone has a clash. So don't think you get away with it. Oh, don't think, okay, oh, it's the dog. It's the dog year. I'm good. I'm okay. No. Every month there's a clash animal too. Okay, what's the animal this month? It's the rooster, because the rabbit and rooster clash. So last year you were clash, but so you have a much better year this year in general because the dragon is your hidden friend to the rooster. The rooster is the hidden friend to the dragon. But this month, the rooster is clashed. It is also the dog and the rooster are harmed. That's another. I'm kind of going into the 12 archetypes, or sorry, the 10 archetypes, the 10 gods. So the dog is Zu. That's the Chinese name. The element is Yang Earth. But think of it, it's the graveyard of metal. So it's the season of metal. So the earth is now, it's more, by the way, it's more wet. Okay, it's more wet. Wet earth. Yin fire and yin metal are the sub-chi of dog, okay, of the animal dog, and 7 to 9 p.m. in the evening is the dog. So say you have a dragon in your chart, I bet those hours can be sometimes challenging, and the dog this year also. So unexpected change, upheaval could be in your relationship, could be in your wealth, your health. However, don't think clash is bad necessarily. Clash just means unexpected. Often in clash years, I have had the most growth. So it is a time for growth as well. If you meet those challenges, you can really grow. So the dog is man's best friend. The dog is loyal, trustworthy, understands human needs, and fights for the underdog. There is a saying about the dog: wherever wherever there's a need, the dog will be. Okay. Oh, wherever there's a cause, the dog will be. The dog is always there and willing to help the underdog. Sometimes, however, the dog can be too trusting, trust too much, and then trust the wrong people, which can get them into trouble. So, dog, next month, it's going to be quite a month for you. So now we are back to the last animal of the 12 animals, and that is dear pig. Pig, you have such good stars this year. As far as the auxiliary stars, they say, oh, the pig's number one. Well, the pig, you basically have, and again, this is the animals, not the elements. I'll be going through the elements. So you have many good auxiliary stars, so there's a chance for you to become quite well known this year. Hai is the Chinese name, and it has 2 elements inside the pig is yang water and yang wood. It is another traveling star as well, and the hour of the pig is 9 to 11 p.m. and November is the month for the pig. The month for the dog is October. And the month for the rooster is September. Okay, so the pig. The pig, again, just like the earth, they, of all the animals, they are often the most giving. And because they're the most giving, one of the negative aspects of it is they give, and they give, but they can easily be taken advantage of. Okay, perseverance. They are not hindered by obstacles. They are adaptable and they follow through. So there are 4 animals that have what we call self-punishment. Pig is one of those animals. What does that mean? So it's the pig, the rooster, the horse, and the dragon. So that means that their own actions harm themselves instead of the outside hurting you. So again, that's why it's called self-punishment, because you are punishing yourself. You can be another way to look at this is that you can be too hard on yourself as well. You're punishing yourself, saying, "I'm not good enough. I didn't do it. I didn't do a good enough job. I have to work harder. I have to do more." That's a form of self-punishment, but it's also your own actions are hurting you. Okay. So how are we doing? All right. Oh, so now I wanted to. So that's the 10-day masters. The 12 animals, the 10-day masters, and that makes up a Bazi chart. Now we have something called luck pillars. Luck pillars. That's timing. How time affects what we are given. So, what is your luck pillar that you are in? And then we look. So, in the luck pillar, we'll take this one right here. So, for example, so it's 10 years, by the way. So this is from 44 to 54. All luck pillars are 10-year luck cycles, and the stem up here is the first 5 years, and then we have the second 5 years. But the total luck cycle is 10 years. And when it says luck cycles, luck pillars, doesn't mean it's necessarily lucky. Okay, it's what is the chi or the energy that is coming in from the outside world. It could be opportunities and it could be challenges. So it's a whole way to read this. Okay, so let's see. So this is water monkey, and let's say I'll give you an example. Inside the spouse palace, let's say they're the wood tiger. Okay, so the monkey and the tiger clash, and because it's considered the spouse palace, this luck cycle, especially 40, so 44, 40, 49 to 54, they could get divorced. Okay, because when there is a clash, that's just one thing. I mean, there's just so many things I can show you, because if you see these terms here, these are all the 10 gods, what these different initials mean. Okay, so but when there's a clash is change, a clash is upheaval, a clash could mean divorce. So if you see that coming, what do you do? There are strategies you can do. In fact, one of my teachers in Hong Kong, he saw his luck pillar. It was being clashed. It was for that particular year. He took a sabbatical and went, and he lived in Hong Kong, and he went and taught in London for 1 year. That is how he dealt with that particular clash year. So many different ways to deal with that. But these are the what we call the 10 gods, the 10 archetypes inside. Again, that's another aspect of the Bazi chart, and a very, very important aspect of the Bazi chart, because these are influences in a Bazi chart, which I will show you in a little bit. Okay, but again, this is how time affects what you have been given. Okay. So is it time for a coffee break again? How are we doing? Are you all asleep? Oh, are you all there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yep. Right here.
Okay, so would you like another break?
Yes.
Okay, so you want a 15-minute break this time? Is that better? Give you time to eat, get something. How's that?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, I know, I'm sorry. I've been talking too much. I apologize. I was going to go give you more breaks. Okay, so how's 1:15? We'll be back.
Fine.
Okay,
Thank you.
sounds good.
Okay.
And Melanie?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm still here. Can I ask you a quick question?
Yeah. Go ahead.
With the luck pillars, how does that affect us? I mean, how would we look at the luck pillar when we're doing our chart? Because it's a lot of pillars.
It's a lot.
How
Of
would we look for these numbers? I mean,
okay, so first of all, you look for your age. Okay. Do you see on your chart? Look at the age that what your age is presently, and it should be say from. I don't. Here, I can look at your chart. Hold on a second. See if I can. I don't want to stop sharing. What do I do? Hold on a second. Oh, I know what I can do. Hold on. Let's see. Exit full screen. I might be able to click the chart. Hold on a second. You don't mind if I pull up your chart, do you?
No, not at all. It's fine. I don't mind.
Okay. Hold on a second. This wind, I'm telling you, oh my heavens. Is it windy there? Well, maybe you're inside, I don't know.
Yeah, it's I'm looking out my window. A lot of trees blowing. It's a windy day.
Oh my gosh. All right. Well, at least it's become a little more stable now. Okay, so I can put that picture. Okay. Excuse me. So we're gonna go down here. So these are the 10 gods aspects, which I'm not getting into really. I'm touching a little bit. That's more in my advanced class. So here, and we're going to look at your luck pillars, okay? So here, you see how this is, how do I say?
My chart's not pulled up on my screen here. I still see the coffee break picture.
Oh, really? Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, dear. All right, well, I'm afraid if I do this, you have your chart in front of you, right? Okay, because if I change over, if I stop share and then I go, well, I could try. Hold on. Stop share. Share screen. Here we go. I think I figured it out. I think. Wait, did I? Let's see if I figured it out. Hold on. Okay, you see this? Can you see it now?
Oh, now, yes.
Okay. So you see how this is your, okay, so here, so this is your chart here. So this is your natal chart, right? The year, month, day, and hour. Okay, so you're Guayan water rooster. It's your day pillar. Now we go down here, and you're 49, so we go down here, and you see, so you've just come into a whole new luck pillar, okay? So 48 to 58. You see how it's highlighted here? Okay, so you're in a fire tiger luck cycle, okay? So this is direct wealth. That's a big young fire, so direct wealth. The Teguian water, okay, that's wealth. So I'm going to be talking about the two different types of wealth. Direct wealth, indirect wealth. This is money that you make from working. This is a more steady, regular income as opposed to like an inheritance or gambling or investments. Okay, now, so this is herding officer. So this is, again, this is inside the tiger, okay, is the herding officer. That's the main chi, yang wood. So again, that's good for speaking. That's good for talking. That's also good. That's your output. That's your creativity. Okay. Then there's direct officer that shows status, and then direct. So you have direct wealth actually from the heavenly stem to the earthly branch. So that's then that's what. So that's first how I look at that. Okay. So it would be you could bring in money more when we say direct wealth. You could bring in money. Um, more regular income. Okay. Now, so you don't. And then I look up here, and what clashes is which one? You're in tiger. Looks like. So you don't have a monkey. The tiger and the monkey clash. The tiger and the so here. I mean, I don't know if you want me to get this personal now. So I mean, we could.
I don't mind. I don't mind. That's okay.
Okay.
We all got stuff going on in our life.
What's that?
It's okay.
Yeah, so these are like opportunities and challenges.
Right, so we all have stuff going on, so fine.
Okay. Yeah, so the tiger and the snake, what do I say? It's like this is more internal use, so there's like an emotional harm. Like there could be emotional stuff going on internally. So that's another way of looking at it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's how you look at it. Again, it's a lot more detail than that. I'm happy to talk to you more privately about it. But that's how you look at it. I mean, there's so many aspects of this, right? But we look at the 10 gods. What does fire tiger mean to you? Okay? Because see, you're Guayan water, that's your day master. Then everything else in your chart depends upon this, your day master. So again, it's a lot to teach. Believe me, it's a lot to teach a Bazi chart and the understanding. So I'm trying to go step by step, so you can gain a deeper understanding. I'm going to go through the 10-day masters in a minute, and what each 10-day master, what this year holds for you. Okay, so I think that will. So that help?
Okay, perfect. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, of course, no problem. Okay, now hopefully I can get back to my other one. Okay. Oh, we got okay, here's the question. Oh, now wait, how do I? Okay, I gotta make sure to share. I'm called the tech dinosaur. I've taught myself so much, you have no idea. Okay, you saw the coffee break now?
Yes, back to normal.
Back to normal. All right, good. Okay, go have a break.
All right, great, thanks.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Thank you for coming. Shoot.